What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Big Homie Dope.
And Chief Cocky.
And this the What's the Script podcast. And today we got a special guest in here.
Yes, sir. It's your boy, Young Shadye. What the fuck going on, y'all? How y'all doing?
Young Shadye, man. Engineering, recording, artist extraordinaire, man. What you got going on, man? It's been a minute since we checked in last time with you, bro.
Dog, I just dropped the Deluxe project to buy in. You know what I'm saying? My new album, Buy In, just came out about 2 months ago.
What's the meaning behind that?
Buy In, bro, it's just for like, you know, it's for, I'm speaking to my old fans and the new ones, you know what I'm saying? The people that ain't really caught on to what I got going on right now, but my motion is really about, you know what I'm saying, investing in yourself, you know what I'm saying, putting your grind to it to get whatever you want out of this life. So if you're going to buy in, you feel me, like you hit a project, I'm really trying to motivate young niggas, you know what I'm saying, to be about their paper, get their shit together. So what you got a question about that?
Oh, yeah. I got a lot of questions about that shit.
Yeah, so that's really what it is, though. I tell nigga buy in. You know
nah.
what I'm saying? It's like I play poker, too, so you either buy in or you goddamn
fold.
You feel me? You out this
Yeah.
bitch, so.
No, because, you know, I'm familiar with you, so when I listen to you, I know what you talking about. I know you for real about that.
Mm-hmm.
As a young nigga that you invest, that you do all type of shit, and you stand on your shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I just was wondering, like, where that come from? Like tell the people about yourself, about who you is.
Already, yeah. Shit, bro, like, I guess, like, coming up on the north, like, I always surround myself with older niggas.
On the north, like, North Atlanta?
North side of Atlanta, okay.
County, whatever you want to call it, bro, that's where I'm from. And goddamn, shit, I always surround myself with older niggas, like, even came up hooping and shit. I get, like, you know, certain discipline you learn from sports, shit like that, and goddamn, getting outside, bro. Not being in the house, you learn shit. You learn quick when you outside and shit. And so, being around older niggas, you kind of, like, you see niggas' mistakes, you know what I'm saying? You just see more for what you want once you see how certain things play out, you feel me? So
yeah.
I just seen older niggas do shit the wrong way, you know what I'm saying? Trick themselves out of position, get tricked out the streets, whatever, you know what I'm saying? I was always the person that always had an end goal or something. So whatever I did, I always just had that mindset of like, okay, is this gonna help me get closer to this or am I taking a step back? And I done fucked up on a long way too.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't been perfect, but you know what I'm saying? Just like knowing who really there and like gonna be that strong, solid foundation, keeping real niggas around you. You know what I'm saying? That's just always gonna keep you with that right reassurance to do what you gotta do, make it happen. What's
some of the drive and the motivation behind what you're doing? Because like you just said, you fucked up a lot,
yeah,
as we all do on the come up. So what's your motivation to keep you going when you see those failures?
Dog. So I ain't trying to get too personal right here, but I was 15 years old and lost a little brother. You feel me? So my little brother passed me, he was 12. That was like a chemical switch in my brain where it was like, nigga, he was 12 years old, he didn't see this world, he didn't see life, you know what I'm saying? So you gotta realize you gotta have a purpose, and maybe his purpose was to impact the people around him, for them to go fulfill whatever it is to go see the world, but shit, you only got so much time. So that's my drive, and when that shit clicked, you know, it's different when you see that when you're young, that shit clicked. Shit, I was hooping before then, but then like, I had moved at the same time too. Nigga wasn't really like fitting in. I was from out here. I wasn't fitting in where I was at. You know what I'm saying? Niggas was cool, but everybody was different. I wasn't fucking with them like they was fucking with me. So I took the hustling. You feel me? I took the getting money, whatever. Fuck the basketball. Like I quit the team, nigga. Getting kicked out of school, all type of shit. Just trying to find myself. You feel me? Trying to get that money though. So at the end of the day, it was about the money, and I found out that I had a passion in music through all that. Like I found out that music made a certain impact on me that I wanted to make on other people. You feel me? So that's what I stuck to.
And I know when I first met you, I met you as an engineer.
Facts.
And at the lit studio over there.
Yep, Shadye Road.
Right.
Yes,
so
shout out to Big Rich.
Yeah, shout out Rick 442, all them boys, man. Shout out again.
I never even knew you was an artist, bro. Like you so humble. Humble
for sure.
As a person.
That's
I
real.
never even knew you was an artist until you got to your other studio.
That's real.
And when I listened to your shit, I was blown away. Cause I'm like, man, this little brother, he really raw. But he'll pump you up while you in the studio. Yeah. Like he not even an artist.
Yeah.
Like where you find that balance at to be able to separate the two things?
Dog, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I just like shit. I might keep taking it back to this, but it might be the sports. Like nigga knowing how to be a team player, play your role. Like it ain't always your time to shine. You know what I'm saying? But when it is your time, nigga, and your number call, like it's time to step up and do what you gotta do. But like. Shit, bro, I was inspired by like Kanye West, Quincy Jones, you know what I'm saying? Like these niggas behind the music doing shit, dude. Like yeah, you know, he got a name for who he is with everything he do, clothing line, whatever, music now, but who was he before? The nigga that made J Beats, you feel me?
Right.
Like, so it's just like knowing the game, like the money in the engineering and in the beats and shit like that anyway, songwriting, so
Nah, fuck that.
you know,
Nah, fuck that.
Yeah.
Nah,
What you mean,
fuck that.
He talking to
listen.
too real right there.
Hey.
Listen, when you engineer and you know a nigga 100% garbage. When I'm okay, this is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If I'm in the middle,
Because that's a hard ass job to engineer.
No, listen. Okay, so if I'm in the middle of making a project,
right,
I cannot listen to other niggas shit.
Okay.
And if I do listen to another nigga shit,
You talking about when you an artist?
When I if I'm an artist, if I'm an artist. But I'm saying, Lil Shadye,
right,
he making projects the whole time, but he engineering 70% whack ass artists all day.
I don't know how you don't drown himself out.
But you would never know. You would never know because he's so humble. And he's so real, and he's pumping you up. He's not being fake though. He can take himself out.
That's true. It ain't about the money too. It's about the love. That's where the love come from.
Yeah,
the love for the music. It's like, you know, I be trying to see what I seen in the younger myself and other people sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like, so even if a nigga be garbage and not like, you know what I'm saying? It don't be the garbage shit about me. It's more so about what you bring into it. Like, if you ain't got the effort, or you just feel like if you garbage and you feel like you already that nigga, I might let you rock though. I might just, you know what I'm saying? Like some people don't always, some people don't always deserve to get the game that you got to give.
You know
yeah.
That's
Facts.
how it be.
That's like I always tell a nigga, if Soulja Boy,
right,
and this ain't no diss, if Soulja Boy, if we was somewhere way back before he ever blew up, and he came on the block, he like, man, I got a song, G. He like, look, he was claiming GD back then or something too. I don't know what he is now. He was pushing that shit up. Shout out Soulja. I fuck with Soulja Boy though. Yeah,
he got a script on him.
Boy. He was the first. He was the first to be a fan.
He need to come on What's the Script and tell us what the fuck his script is.
What the fuck is the script? He's really a genius. But if the man would have came and sung, and he said, hey, Shadye, hey, Doe, hey, Travis, hey, Scoop, hey, watch me, you crank that Soulja Boy. Soulja Boy off in this hole. Watch me crank it. You'll be like, hey, boy, you need to stay in your books and
quit all that shit out.
You need to sit your ass down. You wasn't raised like that. But this the same nigga that's have a nigga can talk that shit about a nigga.
What sells is what
that
sells.
Nigga is successful.
Yeah, whatever sells. You know what I'm saying? It's all a product. I was very interested in that same thing with me when I met you. You was an engineer. You know what I'm saying? So I was took back away when I heard your music too, and I was like, yeah, it makes sense. But to me, it's like I did that same path, but I caught on to it so late.
Right,
Later on down the line, I caught on to I need to engineer, I need to do this. This where the money at that fuels the passion. Yeah, the fuels the, and that's what I was gonna say. I wanted to know is like, how do you separate the timing? Because I think Ian kind of touched on that. Right. How do you separate the timing between being an engineer and getting the money, which is so valuable because you're chasing the income, but then being able to separate and step back and have to divest back into yourself with the artistry.
Shit, bro. To keep it 100, that's the everyday battle. Like, you know what I'm saying? Finding that balance, you know what I'm saying? With that and everything in life, but just like, yeah, hell yeah, bro. Like, I'll fuck around and be in sessions for sometimes 7 to 12 hours in a day. And, shit, if I ain't got it in me to make that drive to the crib, you know, my studio on the north, I'm in the city with it. So, if I ain't got it to take the drive to the crib, I might chill out, take a little nap, wake back up, and shit, then record. Just be in the studio, don't leave. You know what I'm saying? If I don't leave, you're going to give me something. While I'm here, I'm going to do something. If I get out there, do a verse, do a hook, whatever. Come back, do it later. But I just be trying to, I try to feed off of the other shit I do. Like, if I'm recording somebody, I try to, if I like, I record a nigga like Chief, let me keep 100. And yeah, both of you, bro, Joliet, y'all need to come with the bars. So when I'm listening to y'all rap, like, I ain't biting, I ain't doing things like that, but I'm getting inspired. You know what I'm saying? By everybody I work with. Like, I'm humble to the fact why anybody can inspire me, even if I feel like if they new to this shit or whatever. Like, if it's a new artist, like, I can learn from anybody. You know
it's so crazy. It's so crazy because
and applying it.
When you listen to Shadye music, you can tell he's so advanced. It ain't like a nigga that engineer and just rap on the side, just type of shit. Yeah,
you
just
could tell he
shit.
actually.
You could tell like, and
naturally
he's so humble.
talented.
The man didn't play me his music till
A long time.
I had been to 3 locations.
Never mentioned his
house.
Hell yeah.
I never knew. It's partner Quay too. They got some shit. I was so mad.
Yeah.
Hey, oh, this might be him now.
It's
A knock at Mr. Rogers'
Knock
neighborhood.
at Mr. Rogers' door.
My nigga.
Look, spoke this nigga up. Hey,
Yeah.
spoke this nigga up. Yeah, man, come up in here, man. It's all good. It's all good.
You good?
Yeah.
It's
That's
Got
how
my
it
boy
is, man.
D-Mac in this bitch, Lil Scoop. What up?
Most
That's
definitely.
really Big Scoop.
Big Scoop.
That's really
Yeah,
Big Scoop. Big Scoop. He said, "I know Lil Scoop. That's Big Scoop."
For real.
Yeah.
So with your what else you got? What else you got going? Like, do you find a time where you feel like I don't even want to fuck with this artist shit, man? I'm just gonna focus on getting this money right now. And this engineer shit booming and the money coming in from that.
bro, to be honest, like, and I love all this shit music wise, but sometimes it be most of the engineer shit for real. Like, it be like I'm at the point where I want to put that full battery behind the artist shit, and I'm also trying to build that strong team of engineers where that same trust I done built with the artists around the city, they know if anybody can work with me or, you know what I'm saying, I done train them whatever with this engineering shit, they gonna get that same product that they expect. You know, they come to my spot, they gonna get a certain level of quality regardless if I'm there or not. You know what I'm saying? So that's like really solidifying that. My boy Quay holding shit down, doing things right at my spot, solidifying that with a strong, solid team, bro. I feel like will take me to where I'm trying to get to, focus on that artistry mode and build them other rooms in there where I could have, you know what I'm saying, my own little sanctuary to do my thing and just keep shit rolling.
I don't want this to get lost either. Doe had said something earlier. He had gave out a little free game for you. He said if he could do it again, he would engineer to fund the music at some point. You know, early in his career, he would have did that.
That's when it all. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Say what you.
That's when it all clicked to me.
Right.
Like, I started recording first as an artist,
Right.
and then when I started to think like, yo, I need to make this into a business because I'm not making no real money off.
Right.
I'm putting a lot of money into rapping,
yeah.
but I ain't really seeing what I'm getting back as a business. So as soon as I opened up a studio and started recording people, then I started seeing like, oh, I'm making some money recording. I'm making money when I throw shows. I'm making money when I sell merch. I'm making money. So these are the things that I started forming. That I started pushing myself in. So now that when you met me, you looking at me like I didn't know you was a rapper. Same thing.
Yeah,
I thought
you won a lot of hats when I met you already. You
exactly.
Know what I'm saying? Doing your thing.
It all starts from the artistry, but what amazed me about you and some other cats that I see do that is that you caught on to that at an early age, so you could take advantage of that, bro.
But so what I credit that to, bro, I ain't gonna lie, I credit that to probably being out of place in Dallas, Texas at the time when I picked up music. You feel me? Because Dallas, Texas music scene ain't Atlanta music scene. There ain't niggas you can't pick up the phone and find no regular studio anywhere for the local niggas, and you run into a fire engineer or some shit like that. You just it's not there.
Right.
So I was out there trying to figure this shit out on little Logic Pro and shit, like trying to figure out how to engineer myself, sounding ass, keep it real, bro. I was sounding ass. Like,
had to crawl for you walk.
Partners in high school coming to the crib, they trying to rap and shit in the closet, ass. You feel me? But I'm sitting there every night just fucking with it, just trying to figure it out, like teaching myself, just tweaking it to the point where it was like some old little rappers at school and shit at the time. Like I remember people coming up to me like, "Hey, bro, these niggas trying to rap, but y'all shit sound better. Like the quality sound better." It's the first time I ever hearing that. Like niggas saying, "Bro, you got that quality." It's like, nigga, I really don't know what the fuck I'm doing, but I just know I'm chasing something.
You built off of that.
I built off of that. Just kept going from there, and from doing that and kind of like, you know what I'm saying, being your own critic and knowing like this shit ain't it. Like you rap some shit back and like this shit don't sound like how
you got
who your favorite rapper is. Like building that, you subconsciously building yourself into a business because it's a want for that. If you needed it, somebody else need that shit. You feel me? So
exactly. This what I want. This what I want you to speak on too.
Okay.
But because you a young nigga yourself, but you a businessman.
For sure that.
Niggas gotta know how expensive is it to be an independent artist.
Nigga, expensive as fuck. You gotta, nigga, you wanna be an independent rapper, bro. You gotta be willing to go broke about this shit. You know what I'm saying? You gotta really love this shit. And man, that's all I can really say, nigga. You gotta goddamn. You gonna have to be able to face whatever come with it. You know what I'm saying? Like all the pitfalls and the praise.
So go ahead.
Do you feel like being independent is how you feel about being independent versus being signed, and which route you looking for?
So I'm not gonna speak too much on it, but I was actually signed at one point, right? And from being signed at one point, I learned basically like everybody's situation different. First of all, so I can't tell no nigga whether to be independent or signed because I don't know everything that they got going on. Like for me, signing was a good situation for me, regardless of whether it worked out or not. At the time, it was good for me because it wasn't the only thing I had going on. You feel me? I own a studio. Like I said, when you sign, you get a recording budget. You see what I'm saying? Right. I don't need to spend no recording budget in no studio if I own one. You see what I'm saying? So it's money work different for me when it come to that.
Right.
So and then you can look at them like.
I don't think they heard. I don't think they heard.
That's important.
I don't think they heard
that comment. What that comment says to me is that at some point you started thinking of yourself as a business,
bottom line,
and not just as I'm trying to make music and somebody give me a check, somebody gonna invest in me, and this, that, and the other. And that's I guess that's what I was trying to figure out. Every artist has that point. I know that point came from me, where I decided like, yo, I got to do this independently because I spent years investing, hoping for a check to come.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that never came. But as soon as I started investing into myself, into things that was making income, like doing shows and opening studios, shooting videos.
That's what they watching. That's what they watching.
That's when everything started. I tell people all the time.
And it brings a network.
Mm-hmm. You know it definitely. I tell people all the time. As long as I was rapping, I got way bigger than I ever was rapping when I started throwing shows, and because now you inviting yourself, you're doing a service for the artist, and that's what a lot of people don't realize, how your dual hustle helps you get your character, your artistry off.
It's a lot of artists, and it ain't enough people doing services for the artists.
Right, and then you gotta think about it too, bro. Even other artists that I record that make different type of music than me, they might fuck around and listen to my shit just from knowing what I bring to the table in the studio. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
They know it's not gonna be no bullshit, regardless if it's my type of music or not. It ain't no bullshit.
Right. So when you seeing that growth into your in where you going, and you have that trick and that knowledge, that's what gives you an extra step. But I'm sure that you I'm not sure. Where do you think you at with your career right now, and what you think you could do better, or what you think you lacking?
Shit, I'm lacking, bro. It's just that genuine connection with the people, giving them more of me. You know what I'm saying? Giving them more of me. I'm really a private person. You feel me? And shit, a lot of summers I grew up out here. I spent a lot of summers in Alabama, bro. With in my grandma's house, they ain't had no Wi-Fi, no cell phone service, nigga. If you pick up the house phone, she in the kitchen on the line, listen to the same conversation. You feel me? Like
that type shit.
So, nigga, you in the cut, like you better find something else to do. So I wasn't always in motherfuckers' face. So getting used to just being out there. I want to throw some more shows for myself to put on real sets. Like the showcases for me has been dope to get the reps in and things like that. But I want to be able to create that platform to where I'm bringing fans in and they come to see me and whoever else is on this deal with me and really cultivate that audience. So
let me ask you something based on what you just said.
Right.
Because that's my field.
Right.
You know, absolutely. I do that. And that's some of the, that's some of the things that I do with the artists is what made you go from saying, okay, I like how the showcase gives me my reps, but I want to do this myself. I want to throw this myself.
So to get a little more insight too, when I was in Dallas, one thing I did do, I ran into a DJ, a popping DJ out there, my boy JG, shout out JG. But shit, bro, he took me along with him to a couple shows and shit like that, and I got to see what it was to put on a real set, what it was to be in front of like certain amount of fans. I done been in front of 5,000 fans, things like that, on stage with the bro. So like, kind of seeing that, and then when I started doing my artistry and then doing the showcases, getting what I needed out of it as far as the reps and stage presence, things like that, that's what I find the great benefit from those type of things. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. At the same time, I do feel like at some showcase events I've been to, it's been like more artists than I guess consumers in the crowd. So artists ain't always gonna be, you know, ego and shit involved. They ain't always gonna be trying to be a fan. Yeah. They gonna be waiting on them to go up, and then they partners gonna be ready to pipe up for them. So it's like when you kind of see that part of the game, you like, okay, well, I need to get in front of the folks that's here to enjoy good music, new music, find somebody to fuck with. You know what I'm saying? Right. So you kind of got to create that platform for yourself. And niggas ain't just gonna book you and throw you on a bill and let you open for somebody. So you gotta create that platform for yourself. You feel me?
Facts.
That's how I feel. You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you an engineering question. I'm sorry, it just nagged me.
So
to what point of helping an artist with their song when you just being an engineer,
right?
To what point do it come to the point where you need a credit on that song?
You a writer. You co-produced the joint.
That's a good angle. I didn't say out the gate. Oh man.
Travis, what up?
That's why I like to come. Remember we was having
that
conversation with
bro.
somebody else.
Yeah.
I like to come like Lil Wayne said. I come to the studio with my clips already ready.
There it is.
You feel what I'm saying? Like I be directing. I like. That's why I like to work with Shadye because I could just say what I want.
Ready, yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
He already halfway there already.
Yeah, I'm already there.
You thinking of.
Yeah, and I just be like, yo, woo.
Yeah,
and he'll have the shit sometimes already set the way I want it, and I just tell him the template like, yo, I know that's as far as engineering, I know of course that's a lot better than doing that, but when you working with artists that aren't equipped like that, do you feel it's your job to help them do that, or?
Yeah, so I mean. I feel like,
I
ain't gonna lie, my nigga Clay can say some shit about that because he be having sessions like that where he tell me all the time, bro, I damn near wrote this nigga song, like.
But that's because Shadye gonna work with you, man.
Yeah, hey,
so them the
same niggas gonna come to him and ask the same shit.
I ain't want to cut you off.
Same shit, but yeah, I mean, I feel like there is a little bit of a fine line between like being your engineer and being a vocal producer is like a songwriter and things like that. So I do feel like when it comes to like, nigga, I'm writing this whole song, like, yeah, it's time to talk about some real credits. Now I believe engineers, producers, everybody deserves credits. Right. Do everybody get credits? No. So it do comes down to like
who you think that song?
Basically when I engineer a song from somebody, I'm not if I ain't mix and master it, if they ain't pay me for a mix and master, they just pay me to record it, I'm really not expecting them to credit me. Like I'm like they might do if they own their shit, but I ain't expecting it. If I done sit here and wrote a song for you, something like that, bro, we're gonna talk about some split sheets for you.
Right.
Bottom line. That's just how I feel.
That's respectable. Who do you think in that situation that responsibility lies on? Does a responsibility lie on the artist to say, I'm about to credit the producer, I'm about to credit this person, that person,
absolutely,
or is it up to that person to say, hey, I need credit for X, Y, Z,
it's a two-way street with everything, but I think it's definitely artists and their teams got to be aware of that shit. Like, shit, none of this is possible without it starting with a producer and the engineer and things like that. You got credits is due, man.
Let me ask the dumb questions.
Go ahead.
Every week, I always ask.
Dumb question is never a dumb question. The dumbest question is the one never asked, Chief.
For sure.
I appreciate that encouragement. Hey, but what's the difference between a producer and an engineer?
Shit, I'll give you one even better. It's the difference in a producer, an engineer, and a programmer. Or a beat maker, whatever you want to call it. You feel me? A producer is like a Quincy Jones. Somebody's gonna bring all this shit together. The producer's gonna gonna compose it. He might be the engineer. Might have an engineer next to him, but he gonna be guiding him along the way with this artist in the room, along with the beat that he cultivated. A producer's bringing all this shit together. He is the machine. You feel me? The engineer, a lot like a producer, but he's doing all the hands-on, all the intricate stuff, mixing it. You know what I'm saying? He putting all the vegetables and ingredients in the pot, and then he making it make whatever dish it is. You feel me? He putting this shit together. And then the artist, of course, is the performer. He gonna write or rap, perform, sing, whatever. Yeah. And the beat maker, it's beat makers these days. They done made shit so easy with FL and these different programs where niggas is downloading loop packs and MIDI files. Niggas ain't making beats half the time these days. And counteracts, like, you know what I'm saying? Drag and drop, pick a tempo. So that's what a beat maker is to me. Like a nigga just make beats and sit them off or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with that, but that's a hustle. That's a hustle. Everything has a department. Exactly. Everything has a department. Just like rap. This shit ain't just boom bap or trap no more. This shit is so many different subcategories. Was really why these award shows is getting out of date because they don't got the subcategories.
They don't got them all.
You know what I'm saying? You got divided.
They bunching artists that don't belong in each other's category.
Everything not cut and dry.
Niggas trying to compare LeBron to Chris Paul and shit. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that.
But they both great at the same time.
They both great. You gotta respect them.
They both deserve to be recognized. Yeah. So valuable point that I seen in that is that a lot of you artists gotta understand that in building your team ain't gonna be just your guys from the block or the niggas that's around you.
Right.
The people that you build in your team and every person that's on your team doesn't have to wave your flag.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Your producer might have his own producing company. Your engineer might have his own engineering company. That you know, but your job, when you say a team, is do you have access to said producer, guys, said engineer, and can you put them all together and make your project happen? That is your team.
That's your team.
But a lot of people get lost to say, if you ain't waving my flag, you ain't on my team. No, your team is. You can have a whole bunch of
sometimes
team of contractors.
It's better when it's the other way because the network is bigger. You know what I'm saying?
The network is a lot bigger.
You can't keep your network too tight. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to certain stuff, A lot
of times people get like, I was always the leader of my faction.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? You got a group of motherfuckers. There's always that one that's the leader of the faction.
Fact.
So the leader of the faction always has a problem with the faction not supporting everything that he could do.
Right.
One of the things that I see about that and why I preach to network out is it's all about really what you bring to the table. Ain't nobody working for free. I can't expect Shadye to engineer my shit just because I came. We smoked a couple blunts together.
The song was hard.
The song was hard, and now you supposed to just let me come to the studio for free and be my engineer now. And if you don't do that, you ain't on my team. No, you still on my team. All I got to do is make sure you eat.
Yeah.
That's what a lot of niggas don't forget.
Confused supporting you with being on my team.
Yes.
Right.
If it's a business, it's a business. And nobody wants to go to work for free. Nobody's clocking in to go to work all week, and then there ain't no check to come.
And then you gotta go home and look at the fridge like, what the fuck?
What the fuck to do?
But everybody like me.
Yeah, but everybody like me.
I'd rather motherfucker hate me and I be eating, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's just how it go.
Right. I really respect that you got your business mind on, and when you being an independent artist, those who are flourishing as an independent artist are the ones that have some sort of business sense to be able to get some kind of revenue going.
And that, I'm not to cut you off, but that was kind of like my answer to what you were saying earlier when you were saying independent or signing. It go back to what you just said. Everybody's not really cut to be an independent artist, whether the music is there or not. Like, to be honest, like, I feel like even some major artists that made it, they could say, nigga, I could be independent, eat, woo. You probably still want that machine, that label, because it's money out there.
Stretch it further than
it's shit you don't know, one.
Yeah.
So it's money out there you gonna lose fucking around, fucking up.
Yeah.
Just as it probably add up to the same amount that these niggas taking % of, you feel me? Or somewhere close if your business in
and everybody needs that team that we just talking about. That's I was watching Benny the Butcher on a podcast.
Of course you was.
And
favorite rapper too.
And as I was watching it, I was thinking like these guys are having so much success independently, then they get signed to a major. Right. So one of the things that I was trying to peep was like, okay, if you having that success, you doing it. Why did you sign? And one of the answers was you still need that machine that's behind you, because it's just the same thing we just said as we doing independently as an independent artist, just another level.
Exactly.
You feel what I'm saying? You still can only get so far with that producer.
Only get so far, and then fuck around. Nigga, label been here for how long? So the relationship they got. You might run to the same nigga that might charge the label way cheaper than what they charge you. So like I said, you still losing money.
That's it. A lot of cats don't realize. I seen people personally with my own eyes invest thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars, like a record deal on an artist, not to go anywhere.
Right.
You understand? A lot of people don't understand. The relationships is what you gain.
It's more than the money.
When you signing, it's more than just the money. It's the relationship. If you sign with this said company has a relationship with all of these
back to
record
artists
labels.
before you was born.
No, don't say that.
We might have them on the show one day. You know what I'm saying? Expose themselves. We might have them on their show one day.
Fuck that money up, man.
Yeah, you fuck the money up.
Yeah,
but that's not just that one particular thing that happens in the game.
Lot of people,
all the time, and it's actually part of the game. You understand what I'm saying? You have to be able to take losses to gain some W's, bro. You know.
Do not ever get in this game thinking you ain't gonna take no loss and be picture perfect with this shit.
Why don't you tell us about one of the everybody? We always get on here and we talk about our wins and our accomplishments, but I think for our audience, what's more important is, what do you think is one of the biggest setbacks that you've had in the music game that made you be like, damn, I don't think this is for me, or you know what I'm saying, or kept going? Because I think that happens to a lot of artists out here.
Shit, it's been a few, my nigga. Like, it's been a few. I gotta think. Definitely, definitely feeling like you got the game figured out as far as like having the business figured out. Like when I signed my deal, I felt like I had everything figured out as far as the business because the business was right. But it's an aspect of knowing who you in business with that you don't always know, you know what I'm saying, is it gonna turn out good or bad. So I was in a situation where nigga I didn't know whether I could drop, I didn't know what the market, you know what I'm saying? It was damn near like I was in limbo and I'm waiting on said event, said this, you know what I'm saying? So it's to the point where at that moment I felt like nigga, like, you know what I'm saying, 2 months ago, I felt like I accomplished my dream. Nigga, I done got signed and did all this shit about to take off. And now I'm sitting here like, shit, I really done went backwards because I ain't dropped in 4 months, you know what I'm saying? Or whatever, the time done went by and I'm stuck. So that was probably one of the biggest times. And then just like, just money losses, you know what I'm saying? Certain shit that happened outside of this that I probably won't talk about too much, but money losses, you know what I'm saying? Like, sticky situations got me fucked up to where I had to, once again, take a step back. I couldn't produce the video, certain ideas. You know, when you an artist and you got visions and shit, you sit down writing treatments, video treatments, shit. At the end of that treatment, you got to put a goddamn budget to that treatment, you know what I'm saying? And when you going through life and then certain things hit you and you realize, damn, that's 2 more weeks until I can do this one vision I had. You know what I'm saying? That'll eat away at the artist sometimes. And you feel like, you know what I'm saying, this shit damn near impossible to reach. But when you keep doing this shit every day, when you forced to make your money, and you realize the impact that the music has on other people, that's that reassurance to keep your ass going. You know what I'm saying? So that's just what it was for me. But it's been a couple things, bro. Like, a lot of shit that been outside of like music shit, you know what I'm saying? Like real life shit that made me lose money or certain shit that made me set back. Yeah. That's really took me away from the music for a couple times,
How do you decide like what artists that you want to show love to? Because I know when you're doing business,
right?
Like I've seen you in several studio settings and doing your thing, making money and stuff like that. And there's a certain sense of loyalty. That's another thing that I liked about what you got going on. You know what I'm saying? There's a certain sense of loyalty that attracted me to you to do business with you. You know what I'm saying? So
you most definitely.
How do you decipher when you in those situations, people that'll come and give you certain incentives to do business with them outside of what you already got going on.
Man, it's I try to trust my gut, you know what I'm saying? Like discernment. Like I ain't always right either. Like, but I go off the vibe and the energy a lot of times, and just, you know, y'all done met me plenty of times. I don't talk too much, you feel me? So I more observe people. So I kind of like try to read their vibe. I trust whatever judgment I make off of that, you know what I'm saying? Right. If it just feel like it's genuine and it's like, okay, like I said, what you said earlier, what you bring to the table. If I can bring something, you can bring something, and we both building something, you know, why not? Why not fuck with it? Why not go the extra mile to, you know what I'm saying, make this product something better, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what it is, for the love of the music at the end of the day. It wasn't always about the money. It's just, nigga, it's a necessity. Money's a necessity.
Yes.
So, you know, it's that discernment, just knowing who to really fuck with. And like I said, I ain't always been right about it, but for the most part, yeah.
Then it's like you know shit. You know majority of the city as far as artists. For sure. You don't be having that many features though.
That's true. That's crazy. That's crazy you said that. And that's something I thought about recently too. I probably, you know, I'm gonna say it now. I'm probably gonna do like a little mixtape with like a lot of artists that I work with. You know what I'm saying? A lot of my favorite artists that I engineer, record, stuff like that. You gonna hear them on songs with me coming up. So shout out. You know what I'm saying? We might have to make something happen with the What's the Script podcast. You know what I'm saying? We might have to make something happen for
Volume 1 coming on.
Hey. There it is.
A lot of unsolicited gang shit.
Yeah, you talking about? But yeah, we're gonna do something like that soon, bro. But yeah.
That's dope. So tell me, I've been looking at some of these videos and shit like that. What was one of your? I see that what's this?
Self-employed.
Yeah, self-employed got 100K views.
Yeah.
So tell me what was the move and the mission behind that?
Shit, bro. That was the time. I think it was a lot about timing with that one. Like, it was a vibe around that time, bro. I had went to LA, shot the video right after I got did the song, and then like random.
That's a great feeling.
If
y'all never done that before, that's a great feeling. I did that too.
Shoot a video out of town, bro. It make you really, really, really dive into that artistry.
Yes, sir.
Really, really feel yourself. So I did that shit, and crazy enough, bro. Around that same time, I got a random ass DM from DJ Yvng. Nipsey Hussle DJ, his tour DJ, Rest in peace, Nip too. You see, I got him tatted right here. So
Nip
passed on plenty of wisdom, but just from watching outside looking in. But DJ Vip hit me up and was like verbatim. You know what I'm saying? He said whoever, I don't know who this nigga is. But he's like whoever put me on the Nip. You know what I'm saying? He told me your shit rocking whoop de whoop. I want to check you out type shit. And I was like, oh word, whoop. And I said I got a single coming out. He said what you working on? I got a single coming out, self-employed. I sent it to him, and I sent him a DJ pack, and he basically like sending off to like a streamline of DJs that he fuck with and shit like that right before it dropped. And I just kept pushing it, and then shit, I put a little budget behind the video when I shot it, and it did what it did. For real.
Do you ever feel like there's missed opportunities when you have a joint like that, and it kind of go and you don't,
and it go and come?
You know what I'm saying? How do you
it's just a learning experience, bro. It's a learning experience. Because like I said, I'm still grinding, trying to break that cuss. But I probably feel like around the time I should have been doing more shows. I should have just connecting with the people where the music ends at. The music don't end on the internet. It ends at the shows. It ends at these places. So having that realization, and like I said, being your own biggest critic, like knowing where you hitting on and where you missing it. Okay, I did good here. I didn't connect it right here. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I know on that buy-in, you've been pushing that for a little minute now.
Yeah.
That single.
Doing a lot better with it, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I was going to say is, like, shit, I know a couple people, man, they really taught me, like, man, you got to really push a single for a long-ass time. And that's really the most boringest thing for a creator.
And just as a nigga that I talk to a lot of people every day, and a lot of people talk to me every day, so I know what kind of like irks me, what bothers me. So you don't want to be the nigga nagging somebody either about your music, like. And so that's the fucking the mind trick with the marketing for me is like I don't be trying to be too abrasive with this shit because I know what I really do and what I got. You know, I know if I trust it, if somebody hear it, they gonna know what's going on for real. You feel me? So I don't be trying to be abrasive, but you do gotta market your shit.
That could be hurtful.
Setback.
Absolutely. That's really one of my failures that I look back at because I just ain't no type of nigga that say, hey, listen to my song. Right. But in this business,
you got to at least hire somebody that does that.
I hire somebody, a team. They go back to what he was talking about. Build you a team.
And that's some of the things that an artist has to realize. Like I had to line up some of my strengths and my weaknesses, and the things that I was weak in. Those were all the people that you seen around me. 100. That's why they were around me because I couldn't do X, Y, Z. So this is why that person is there. Whatever I can do myself, I'm doing it myself. But there's things that I'm weak at.
But that show your strength that to even think to understand that hey, I'm weak in this area.
Yeah, you have to realize
be self-aware enough to know that.
You have to be aware enough to know that about yourself. And I think that goes down to a lot of people forget that this is a music business. So just like a lot of us is good at making the music.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The music part is very easy to a lot of us. I mean, it's some people that could just go into the studio and make a good song or whatever. Right? But me throwing shows and seeing a lot of artists come through, I see a lot of artists with hits.
Right.
That just don't know the business part of it, and a lot of things that we explaining from the shows to the engineering to the studio work to the you saying the in game being at the shows and stuff. A lot of artists don't get that and put that together to realize what is all going on, and that's why they stuck running on a treadmill, bro. I ran on a treadmill for a long time.
To give you some insight on that is like, shit, I was 16, 17, like I was rocking with JG in Dallas and see, he took me around like niggas like Lil Pump, Smoke Perk, Ski Mask Smoke, all the niggas when they was coming up, like right before they signing deals and shit.
Nice little
nigga, I was with Lil Pump, like he probably don't even remember this shit. I was with him the day his manager got the call from Warner Brothers. Them niggas flew out to LA, you know what I'm saying, 2 days before we went South by Southwest shit. Like I seen all this happen to where I really like gained the respect for all the shit that they did, all them young niggas, like whether I listen to their music or not, bro, the marketing side of this shit, these niggas had this shit down pat to the point where you can't do nothing but watch and learn from something, give or take. Whether you do the same shit or you know what I'm saying, learn, bro. Flip it to work for you. But them niggas
one day, marking their ass Saturday Night Live the next
man, them young niggas was marking their ass off, bro.
So do you think as a conclusion to that, do you think that a lot of artists the only thing is missing is the budget? Or do you have to have also the knowledge of it too?
It's the plan and the budget. It's the budget and the relationships. You know what I'm saying? Because nigga had all the money in the world, you spend it with the wrong person.
That's how that money that I was just talking about before.
You spend it with the wrong person,
you just
bro.
Got it, but you spending it frivolously.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you could lose like that. It in conclusion of that is it takes the money plus the people plus the,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
The knowledge.
The knowledge
to get to where you want to go in this music game. And that goes with any business.
Knowledge
you want to start a
what?
trucking company, you got to know
right.
certain type of knowledge of what you
Where
doing
you get that
with
from,
the trucking
though?
and
Experience,
right?
You
You ain't gonna never do that being scared.
Exactly.
Being scared to take a W. I mean, scared to take a L.
Right.
You got to be able to take that loss to learn from it. You know what I'm saying? So I really again come back and want to employ that. I appreciate that you understand the music business and you understand what it takes for yourself to get to that next level. You know what I'm saying? What are some of the influences? What are some of your influences musically? Like, what you bumping nowadays?
Okay, that's two different questions for me. So, influences, bro, like they vary. Like they come from everywhere. So.
I see you rocking the Notorious Big.
See, I got Big on this shit. I fuck with Big, Pac, both of them.
Who better, man, Wayne?
See, here you go with
Go
it.
ahead,
Who better, man? I want to hear that diplomatic shit.
It's only an opinion.
All right, yeah. To me, but to me, I look at them different though. I look at them different. Like Pac, for me, is the energy. It's the everything. It's the aesthetics, the acting. It's the poet. You know what I'm saying? The poetry, all that shit. Biggie had better flows than me.
Yeah,
you know
that was
always
always my disposition. I felt like Biggie was always a better rapper.
Biggie smooth with that shit, bro. Like I don't know.
You like better?
D-Mac, check it out.
Hey, this the energy though. Pac that nigga though. I ain't gonna say nothing wrong about Pac.
Authenticity.
Yeah, the authenticity, energy. Okay.
Nah, Tupac was a little. Tupac.
He did a lot of shaky shit though.
He did a lot of
shaky shit.
Who
like,
don't? Who don't?
I'm just saying. A lot of the people.
He stood up for what was right at a time where a lot of people like, let me be quiet and get my money.
Nah, for sure.
You don't see that a lot no more.
Like he was a pioneer. Like he was a pioneer. A lot of shit.
Another thing why I say Pop. Name one artist that'll take their chance making a single for their album, a Dear Mama or Brenda Got a Baby. When you got all
that say a lot about you.
Only person did some shit like that was Ye. Jesus Walks.
Yeah.
But that was how many years ago? Yeah, you feel me?
That was how many years later?
And then, but since then, it ain't happened again.
Artists would take that chance, putting that as
they wasn't doing that. But he could convey a message. That's why I said I think the same thing you said, the same sentiment I've always had. I like Biggie the way he put his raps together.
Right.
I like the way he rapped better than Tupac. If I said give you a mic and said
right.
you go and you go, who is better?
Pac, subject matter.
But subject matter, like Pac
had
if I'm in
a show, I'm fucking with Pac because that nigga gonna make them bitches go crazy.
Exactly. This is like certain things that you couldn't.
Man, listen, bro.
Pac was like a total package, bro.
You don't know, bro. I feel like that nigga energy would be too lit, bro.
It'll confuse you too much.
I would just be happy to be here.
Yeah.
3 songs, you know what I'm saying?
But what was DMX though?
But
that was
X, same way.
Come out there, how you
barking at you, he praying,
and everybody's crying. And I think I seen
It's
my
the
man
energy,
Jay-Z
bro.
every time I say that. Yeah. My man Jay-Z said DMX was one of the hardest people to follow when they did that Hard Knock Life tour. You know, that was the first big hip hop tour, and he was like, it was a hard act to follow DMX because he went through those so many emotions with the crowd. He would have them
like
hyped up. Then at the end they crying and woo out the bam. And then what do you do after that? How do I come in after that? I'm the best rapper.
Like niggas better get it right.
Yeah.
Do you think that was a better tour than the
Up in Smoke?
Tour? As far as artist wise,
I would say artist wise because I was more into those artists that was on Hard Knock Live.
Who the man? Who the top 3 against top 3? Out them
you had Rough Riders there.
You had the Rough Riders. You had Rough Riders. You had was Bad Boy on that at first? Bad Boy was on that at first, I think.
Say Swiss Beats now. Well, that's Rough Riders.
That's Rough Riders. So you had Locks, Murder Inc. and Redman and Method Man in they prime when they was doing their thing. So and Dre them was hitting too though because they had a bigger album. The 2000 that Chronic 2001 was a.
We talking. We can't forget about they had Dipset there.
Yeah, they had a lot.
They
had a lot going on. They had a lot. They had a lot.
They was like the young niggas. That's why they was lit.
Yeah. I think it's really a hard toss up because, like I said, music is so subjective that you can't. He could stress his opinion about his favorite rapper. You could, and we could all be right on.
Argue, nigga. Fuck that shit.
Yeah. He said so. That's what I was just getting.
We always say that though. We always
do be wrong sometimes.
We say music subjective.
Yeah,
subjective. We gonna argue back and forth for hours.
At the same time, like he just said, somebody has to be wrong.
Somebody be wrong.
So let me ask all y'all this. Let me pose this question. In that matter, what is the okay? Let me open it up like this. You got Kobe, LeBron, and Michael Jordan.
Right.
When all of them is compared together, the niggas that go for Jordan gonna say, well, he got 6 rings, he never lost.
Right.
Then
shit, LeBron went 10 times.
LeBron went 10 times, but he lost 6 of them.
Right. I ain't gonna say that.
You know what I'm saying? Kobe.
And he shouldn't have been in how many
times?
Niggas shouldn't have been in a couple of them.
But Shaq was the MVP.
Shaq was this. Shaq was that.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, Pau Gasol.
So what is the defining thing? Just like that, I always would say the championship is the defining thing.
You go off numbers.
I would say
I don't. You can't
go
off numbers.
Fuck the numbers.
You go off record sales.
Fuck the numbers. This shit, man. You can't go off no numbers in. Nigga, listen. Numbers in rap is not numbers in sports. You see what I'm saying? Numbers in sports gonna tell you what the fuck happened in the game. For real, gonna tell you everything that happened. Now it might not tell you what Draymond Green did because the nigga might throw a couple bowls or something.
You can't buy no rebounds. You can't buy
no. And music, this shit not gonna tell you everything, bro. It's not gonna tell you who was behind this many streams and how many goddamn relationships they had, how many robots they had on this bullshit.
Okay,
there's so much other shit going on.
There might be a rapper of less numbers
that
has a better talent than say NBA YoungBoy.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, yeah.
Now
not to put a name on it, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna put the name on it because I can't give you the. You feel me?
The example without name.
So it's nothing wrong. I don't personally listen to NBA YoungBoy, but at the end of the day, you can't knock who he is because the numbers.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Say what they is.
So Drake, it do say something now. It do say something, but it don't say the whole picture. So
it don't say the whole picture. Drake is the same thing. A lot
of
us would probably not say Drake is not the biggest, my favorite rapper at all.
I know plenty of people say that, but yeah.
The number one artist in the world, what does that go for? What does that stand for? You know what I'm saying?
Numbers got him as the best rapper alive.
Eminem?
Yeah,
right. I ain't like, come on now.
So what it is, the same. Listen. No, listen. Listen.
The numbers is gonna make it programmable.
No,
is it gonna encourage you though?
That's real, damn.
Well, okay. Let's
you said some shit right there.
Look at it like this.
Numbers do make it programmable.
I heard artists that was way better.
Right.
That didn't have no recognition than the artist that had all the numbers and the recognition. So in that perspective, that's how the music is. The game is programmed.
That's why it's hard to judge numbers
to get to where you at. That's why you have so many artists that I think the quality of their music is not.
So, but like I ain't a lot of.
It's not here.
For me,
like it was back in the days when we had not to cut you off, but like back in the days when record labels had to sign an artist. You had to be the dopest artist.
You got to be able to perform artist.
Sell all those records. Nowadays, you just have to be the best look,
popping on TikTok,
best video, the best marketing.
Yeah, I need to be on the gram and shit.
Number one artist now.
All right.
Hey, look. Okay, so I'm gonna answer your question. So you said if they put Kobe, LeBron, and Jordan, who do we go off of numbers or do we go off of? How I look at it in my mind, let's put this in a time capsule, and let's put the nigga with the most numbers and some more rappers in a time capsule too, and we say, goddamn it, we in the future, and we come back, we just looking at the numbers, and you trying to go off the numbers, and you looking and trying to see who the best. You gotta watch the game. You gotta watch the game. Go watch 3 Jordan top games. Watch 3 Kobe's and watch LeBron. Then you tell me. You know what I'm saying? Or go listen to it yourself.
Yeah, that's what I do. That's what I do. Cause like as an engineer that do this shit for real, I feel like
you had to throw that in there.
Yeah, you feel I do this shit for real. Whoa. I feel like I got a certain criteria when I'm grading these niggas. You feel me?
Yeah.
It's certain criteria I'm kind of going off of when I'm grading niggas and I'm rating niggas. It's like, nigga, it's your performance on the record. It's how well either you or your team engineered this record and took it to the next level, you know what I'm saying? Am I getting bored listening to it all the way through? Shit, what's your production like, you know what I'm saying? Is you working with one producer and it sound the same, or is you one producer and he doing dynamic shit like Mike Dean, or are you outsourcing doing different shit? I be trying to take all that into account, you know what I'm saying? And then like, another thing is like, a nigga like Kanye. The reason why, Kanye in his 40s, right?
Third reference to Kanye. I'm gonna shout out.
Yeah, hey man, big time influence on me. Big time influence on me. But the reason why, bro, is like,
shout out Yeezy. What's the script?
Shout out Yeezy.
What they run, big?
Yeah.
What they run, size 10.5. We give about 10 pair of them.
No,
yeah,
for real.
Come on the show, man. That's all you got.
But like the nigga, he 40 something, bro, still pushing this shit because every album's different. He reinvents himself. So that alone gotta put him in a different category than a lot of these niggas.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you able to reinvent yourself and people still receiving it.
Yeah.
And you doing that through your production. Your voice, nigga, he don't got the most dynamic voice. He can't sing his ass off, shit like that. Yeah. But his production, he can flip this shit so different. He can take you to another world with it. Yeah. And like, I don't know, bro. To me, that separates you from a regular artist. You know what I'm saying? Just.
I really don't like your voice, Kanye. I never liked it, but it's just the content.
That's what I'm saying.
It's the content.
I think my people told him that though.
He don't like J. Cole either.
Hey, I bet niggas told him that when he was producing for Jay-Z. I don't like your voice. You feel me? And then shit happened how it happened.
But somebody will.
Somebody will.
Shit
happened how it happened.
Counts, man. Well, look, man, I definitely appreciate you stopping by the show, man.
Man, this shit was dope. Yeah.
Great opportunity to
look. Hey, I just want to say I'm proud to see my niggas doing more. Like anytime they trying to do more and just, you know what I'm saying, expand their palette, bro. I can't do no more respect that shit.
Most definitely.
Salute it.
That, boy.
Taking it up there with the likes of you and the rest
100.
of the people that we got coming on. I want to shout out to you. You want to tell everybody what you got coming on, what you got coming up next?
Man, please go on Apple Music, Spotify, whatever you stream on, and download Buy In by Yvng Shadye. That's YVNG.
Buy in, baby.
You know what I'm saying? SHADYE, Yvng Shadye.
Most definitely.
Buy in, like buy in.
Y'all niggas buy in, nigga.
That's what it is. So till the next time, thanks everybody for tuning in to What's the Script podcast. Make sure you hit the like, the comment, subscribe. What's the Script show on YouTube. What's the Script show at gmail.com if you want to contact us to get on the show. Until the next time, I'm Big Homie Dope.
And it's Chief Cocky.
Man,
What's the Script podcast.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.